To Art Seeger, who is a race car driver,
and his partner
John Fox, who is not only a partner but owns this beautiful baby behind us right here. We're talking about NASCAR and the fact that sometimes cheating takes place. Is that true?
It can happen to you, yes, it can.
Okay. Well, Art, take us around, show us what people are looking for in NASCAR to legitimize a race and make sure they win it fair and square.
Or how to cheat, because, you know.
Well, we don't cheat, and I'm not saying anybody does.
Enhance your performance.
But, yes, enhance your performance.
Enhance our performance.
First
you were
thing
showing
we
some
can do
things
is go
earlier.
to the front end, maybe.
Okay.
And take a look at the... in NASCAR at Daytona, they have something called the restrictor plate engine. There's a plate that limits the air you can get into your intake manifold. Some things that have happened, that they claim have happened recently, is they've mixed some kind of fuel additive.
And the intake manifold being here?
Yes, the intake manifold is this item right here. There's a carburetor set on here, and what has happened, they claim, is there was a mixture of some type of fuel additive that creates its own oxygen. So therefore, you're not only introducing air into the carburetor where the restrictor are, it creates its own oxygen down inside the combustion.
Steroids for cars.
Possibly.
All right. How about drilling holes? You drill a hole in a car, you can get an advantage?
Yes. Now, what happens there is what I would say, what has been, what I have seen is underneath the car back here, they'll drill holes through here underneath the wheel well.
Come on over here.
Well, what happens is, as the air gets up underneath the car, you have wind resistance because of the back end of the car hits the air and it won't go. Now, if you drill some holes up through there, you will actually create an airflow out the back.
Is that called more drag, or you're
actually eliminating drag?
All right, you're eliminating drag, and then that lowers it, and then as a result of that...
That's one thing. The other thing is, has been documented where sometimes there's bolts under here, or your springs, or your wedge bolt adjustment. NASCAR mandates how high the spoiler can be off the ground and the angle of the spoiler. So what happens is, as the air comes over the car, the air will hit here, create drag. What happens when that goes lower, the car actually drops down.
And there are allegations that Jeff Gordon's car was an inch lower. So.
Yes, now that bolt vibrated loose and fell out. What happens then is the air actually doesn't hit the spoiler at the same angle. And therefore you will then create less drag. And you might gain, for every quarter inch, about 2 miles an hour down the straightaway.
Art, if you tried all these tricks, could somebody like Courtney Friel, who's not big on the NASCAR circuit, but could you make her into a championship driver if you adopted all these things?
He has the nerve to go 200 miles an hour.
Car. It says Fox.
Right.
It's a beauty.
John Fox, the owner of this car, he has Fox Realty up in the Pocono Mountains.
But really, if you cheat like that, you're only going to get a couple of extra seconds, right?
A couple extra seconds, maybe all you need.
All right, Art Seeger, thank you so much. When we come back, we're going to go back down to Daytona, and we'll actually talk to Rick Reichmuth, who's down there with some of the drivers at NASCAR. Cheating is not on their mind. Winning is, however, and we'll talk to him about that coming up next. All right, Courtney, let's put you in the driver's seat.